Sue us.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, cool. So, first question. What is research to you?
I have two answers to this question. One is the very practical kind of research where, for one reason or another, you need to know something, and then often you look it up in a database or a research engine and find the answer. I suppose it's the kind of research that people do in their day-to-day lives, and it's the kind of research that you're expected to do in primary school and high school.
Yeah.
The broader, perhaps more exciting notion of research is that of, discovery, seeking to answer a question that seems unanswerable all around. I think in this case, I'm taking it from a kind of critical angle because I'm doing research on personal vaporizers or e-cigarettes, and I'm concerned a little bit that the dominance of the public health discourse on cigarettes is sort of pushing e-cigarettes away from the consumer, right? And as a result, perhaps it's just brushing aside this potentially life-saving device that's far safer than a regular cigarette, and to allow people their vices and addictions. So I want to know what meaning can be found in e-cigarettes aside from their health benefits. What matters to people about smoking that doesn't have anything to do with the health components of it.
Doing research in your undergraduate degree.
I want to be an academic, so it's nice to get this early experience and make sure that I like it before I continue. It's my very last semester before honours, so it's kind of perfect timing to sort of test the waters and see if I want to commit. And I think that I do, and I think that I've thoroughly enjoyed the focus and sort of the broader intellectual engagement that's required, right? And just learning new things about the stuff that doesn't get covered in undergraduate courses typically, right? What you're doing is likely to be somewhat unique. It's likely to perhaps mean something, or you might actually come across something that somebody else hasn't considered. I didn't know how to write it either. So learning how to write that was probably the biggest challenge. And while I still don't enjoy this much as my usual style of writing, I've come to appreciate it. And it's also helped me identify some of the idiosyncrasies and pitfalls that academics fall into when writing those types of papers, just because of the way that they're structured and thought about. I suppose it's that there's an adherence to a certain structure, more so than any typical essay. It's not always suited to every subject, and sometimes like the narrow language that you're expected to write with kind of can invalidate, like you ultimately you're qualifying yourself to such a degree that the paper's not worth reading. And I think that if you're somebody who genuinely cares about study, somebody who genuinely enjoys school, if you're one of those sorts of people, that it's a really great experience, and it's sort of you find new ways to appreciate what you've already done.
And how does this research project or research more broadly fit into your kind of like personal interests?
Again, I think it comes down to the ways in which human beings are restricted by ideology, and how that can cause actually immense suffering in some people who have